early morning football in the U.S. Hey, it's the coach. This is the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Coming up, it is mid-afternoon in the U.K. We've got our fourth and final game in London this year between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll see you again at halftime. But for now, it's time to head across the Atlantic where we check in with our broadcast team.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. "34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play.
There we go. That's the touchdown. That's it. 180. What we got?
Here's Foles. It's complete to Chris Conley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We got this.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have you ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Check. Water.
Now Foles. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. And he'll give it here to his running back. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he won't be close to a first. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check three, check three, check three.
Foles. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we have reached halftime here.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded inside the 5. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down.
Let's go!
Go, go, go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
180. One.
Back to throw now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, but it's going to be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to... Maybe...
Let's go! Yeah, go, let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
13.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deion Sims, his first touchdown on the year. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Welcome back now here in London. Back to throw here. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play. Here's Brian Anger now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it? I
do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right cover.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Let's go. Do it.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be getting a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called